Yo, what's up, guys? I was just meditating a couple of days ago with this binaural beats. By the way, awesome shout out to Eric Bartle. He has amazing binaural beats in his channel. I was scrolling down as I always do with some comments, and this person asked, "Hello, everyone. Can it cure internal shaking, twitches in muscle, and lots of things related to it?" I was like, gave some input. I commented because I have some experience with that. And then he went on to ask, Detox Boy, what types of exercise should I do to get relief from these problems? Also, I have some heart palpitation issues with these. Give more suggestions, please. Now, when you mentioned that you had heart problems with this condition, it raised an eyebrow because I happen to have an experience, well, a couple of experiences where this condition of mine um, tremors, internal shaking, and heart palpitation come into play at the same time. So, Somiya Deb, I felt it was my duty to make a video for you and share my experience. So I'll put this right over here and we'll get started. All right, so first of all, I'm going to include some exercises you should do and then, some lifestyle changes that you have to go about to see progress in this condition, right? But before I get into that, I want to give you a little bit background of how this condition came into my life, right? And the reason I want to share that is because you shared about the heart palpitation, which is very interesting. Okay, so here we go. In high school, I was experimenting and recreational taking a lot of drugs. And after a high dose one night, I started to shake, have a lot of violent shakes and trembling. The drug was ecstasy. So normally it is pretty common to have just like unexpected like outbursts of shake while you're after a night of ecstasy, but this was different that particular night because I was just like trembling throughout the whole night, all my jaw, everything, the veins inside, I could feel everything like just clenching and trembling through my whole body, pretty much through my legs, thighs. And I was kind of afraid. It was one of the only times I didn't sleep over like I think like 45 hours from just a single dose of ecstasy. Anyways, so fast forward today, been on this journey of self-improvement for over 3 years now, never take drugs, nothing, not even drink coffee. But the tremors are still there. They have consistently gotten better, gone away, but till this day I have quite a little bit of tremors, especially comes out when I exercise really hard. So the reason I share that is because I want you to, if you can relate to that, you can give me some more information if you have a similar story. Then I can definitely give you a lot more advice to go about it holistically if you had past drug use. If it wasn't from drug use, then you just know what to avoid so it doesn't get worse from what you already have now. All right, having that said, number one, exercise that I would say for this whole condition is two things. Just choose two main body exercises and then get to hold it in a static position. So the two I use are squats and push-ups. So squats, very simple. You just go into a squat position, no weights, and just hold it there. Be there for a time and do like 4 sets of it and try to increase the time. So what it will look like is you get ready, you can add this in the beginning of your workout or in the end, and you just hold that squat position for how much time you can until it gets to really burn, right? 30 seconds, let's say. Then you rest for 30 seconds and then you go again, 4 sets of that. And as time goes, try to increase the time, the difficulty. This is a muscle strengthening, okay? Obviously. And then the other one is the same thing, it's push-ups, but you just do it very, very slowly. So imagine me, I'm on the floor, and the countdown would be a count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold there too, 1, 2, 3, 4. The most trembling is, I'm guessing it would be like as it is with me, is when you're down there and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, tremendous trembling, right? it is a muscle strengthening exercise, and you're holding in static positions. It's not directly going to fix your problem, because the problem is not with muscle strength. Okay, the reason you're shaking is not because you're weak in the muscles. It's actually a nervous system problem. The reason I include that is because you by shaking a lot more in the gym, I just had an experience where the trembles are a lot less after the gym for daily life. Okay, I shake like a lot. I shake a lot during my workouts, and I take a good, nice, cold shower. After that, I just experience calmness in my whole body and a lot less shake. Okay, so that's number one. Those two exercises. Number two, one of the best things you can include in your weekly routine is yoga. Yoga, there's main aspects to it, 3 or 4 main aspects to it, and all of them almost directly help in this condition. Number one, breathing deep. You're doing yoga, you breathe deep. That's always good. It can never be bad. Number two is stretching. You're getting blood flow into places where there's normally not a lot of blood flow. So, it's just more putting your body in a more in a state of neuroplasticity. If you know what that is, just look it up. Stretching is really good. And then also yoga is holding different positions in static in a static way, right? So like strengthening different exercises or holding positions that you normally don't hold, creating new motor patterns in the brain and the body. However it goes, it's just holistically really good, right? I felt in my experience helped me. Now, mind you, in this journey of the last 3 years, I've done a lot of things that helped me for personal growth. So I can't really pin down exactly which ones helped me for this particular condition. I had several, but I would invite you to go the same route and do them, because the worst they can do is make you better. Okay, all these things, they can make you worse. Anyways, so yoga, those two exercises, and then yoga, and then we'll move on to the heart palpitation, right? So those two things are specifically for the tremors and internal shaking, but overall holistically good health as well. Now for the heart palpitation, for me, it's just triggered when I eat fatty foods. If I eat oily food, fried food, burgers, any type of junk food, it gets triggered. If I eat a lot of chocolate, I get some kind of pain in my chest. It's a little bit different than the palpitation, but it's like a pain in the bottom part of my heart, if you will. So that's that. And what else triggers it? Let's see. Pretty much it. Fried food and a lot of chocolate or a lot of sugar. I do have a tendency to eat more than what you'd consider a normal meal. If I could, I would eat a shitload of chocolate at one time. It's just like my, love for chocolate, love for fucking bad food. But as I grew out of it, now I barely eat, junk food ever. I don't know the last time I actually went into a KFC or whatever you call it, those things. I do eat chocolate from time to time because I just can't let go it fully, but it's nothing like before. The reason I'm sharing with this is, again, you might want to try what foods to play with, right? Heart palpitation is a pretty broad topic, but the exercise that I would say to go with heart palpitation is jogging. Jogging is by far the best thing you can do. Jog or any type of cardiovascular thing that's constant, right? It's rhythmic and constant, right? Jogging is constant, is rhythmic. Da, 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 da. It's like, it's different. Or jump roping. That would help if you can do it for long enough. But like my exercise goals right now don't really need cardio. I'm trying to just stay lean and create some strength, more like maintenance, push-ups, pull-ups, things like that. But I add cardio to every other day because of my heart. I know that it helps it. And also, when you do whatever cardiovascular exercise you're gonna go, make sure you reach that point, whatchamacallit? Like runner's high, reach a break point, go hard, pretty much, sweat, okay? Once you really get to that point, you feel it, you feel good, and that's the feeling that you're trying to reach. And I don't know, let's say if it's like a placebo effect because I reached that and it helps my heart, or it helps my heart, that's why I reach it. Whatever it is, go hard in jogging and cardiovascular. It's going to help by a lot. And stay away from fatty foods and chocolate. In my experience, find out what triggers yours. Be more sensitive. That's another thing. That's like the whole approach, of teach a man to fish. I'm just telling you how to catch the fishes, but teaching you how to fish, teaching you how to use the net would be more sensitive to your body. See what foods trigger it. Don't go to the doctors and go crazy like I did in the beginning. Don't try to go and convince them, they like that it is your heart, or it is you have shakiness. They're not gonna fucking believe you. I can guarantee you 100% that no matter what doctor you go to, you'll tell them like, hey, when I go to push-ups down in that position, I start shaking. They will give you the most generic answer there is. Yes, because the body has some resistance with this force. That's why it trembles. Your muscles, like, you'll never get there. Okay? There's nobody, they'll never feel the contrast. Like, I could tell them like, hey, I can do freaking 80 push-ups in a row, but when I go to do one, I'm trembling like crazy. My girlfriend can barely do 5, but she can do 1 without shaking. They will never understand that. So don't go that route. Be sensitive, listen to your body. You live in it. You're going to be the best judge. Yes, go ahead, learn everything, Google it, listen to my, advice, Google more, read forums. But in the end, the best tool to make this whole condition your friend, your ally, is to listen to your body and be sensitive with it, right? So that's about it, man. Exercise, if you're not working out, definitely start working out really hard. Go at it. Add these 2 exercises that I told you in the beginning: yoga, jog. And another thing that you're doing that's amazing, that's good, is that we met in a meditation video. So I know you're meditating, which is perfect. Again, meditation is something that's rhythmic. You're breathing in slow and then even holding the breath to let it out slower. It does get your heart in a rhythm. Okay, at least I feel it. I can feel my heart at all times. I don't have to do this. I know my beat at all times. I know every time I meditate, it gets in a rhythm. More in a rhythm, everything's in. And if I do it for long enough, I feel my whole body's at sync. So definitely meditate. Keep meditating, okay? Meditate, yoga, exercise, and then diet. Hey, sounds pretty common sense. Sounds like the normal best shit you could do, right? But then add those specific exercises and stay away from stimulants. That's also one of the reasons I shared my little story with ecstasy and drugs, because stimulants is just not good for shaking, right? I don't drink coffee. Even I see your picture, you look pretty young, you might be in college. Anything with stimulants, Adderall, Ritalin, these study drugs that's socially accepted, doctors prescribe every 3rd child in America to take it twice a day, but they will fuck you up if you have these conditions, especially, right? Stay away from all stimulants. It's not going to help your shakiness at all. Even don't eat too much sugar if you can. Now that's another thing that gets pretty hard depending on the person. But that's it, man. Lastly, what it comes down to really is your mindset towards it. It's by far the most important thing, and how you look at this approach. I see you stated your question as that how to cure these problems. Now, mind you, no matter, like, I had some problems physically. I had some challenges. Not to say that I was dying every other day, but I had a handful of physical conditions, and after overcoming quite a lot of them, I'm here to tell you that no matter what your problem is, whether it's shaking, if it wasn't shaking, it would have been your girlfriend cheating on you. If it wasn't your girlfriend, it would have been you not finding purpose in life and now you're depressed. Whatever it is, you're always gonna have problems. Be grateful that it's not something very, very serious. Use it as an opportunity to grow, because that's really what it is. It's a challenge, and you're going to use it to grow to a point where you can go, and one day, even if you're not medically labeled as cured, you'll feel that it's okay because you have overcame it and you became a stronger person in character because of it. And then you can go on to help other people who have similar conditions like I am. Hope this helps, man. I would like it if you give me some more information about, how it came to be, things like that, and maybe I can give you some more suggestions. Take care. Peace.